Hello everybody and welcome to JGod Gaming. Today's video is going to be all about the new DLC weapon, the SMG that's called the Ribeyrolles. I did have an opportunity to pick this one up, not out of supply drops, so I had to actually complete the collection, spend that 25,000 or so, and I unlocked the weapon. At the end of the day, I wanted to kind of give you a heads up on it, whether or not it's worth it, if it's a good SMG, and seeing how it compares against all the other SMGs, because at the end of the day, that's really what you're competing against, regardless if you're going against rifles, LMGs, or shotguns. You're really going to know how good an SMG is based off how it compares to all the other SMGs in the game. And as you can see, the lobby is full as ever, and for whatever reason, the lobbies have been drier recently. I don't know if people just were unhappy about the Master Prestige Wars or people were hyped about BO4. Let's go ahead and get into the class setup. So for this video, I decided to put it up on the right hand side. I will get rid of it once I've kind of talked a little bit about it. But let me know in the comment section below if you prefer to have it this way, because I know a lot of times people say, okay, you're taking too long to get to the point, or you actually don't actually show the class long enough, or whatever the case is. So I'm trying to find a balance. Let me know if this way is the best way for you. And right here you can see I'm running extended mags, the suppressor, and rapid fire with Blitzkrieg and Expeditionary, because I wanted a double S mine to protect my back and get that unlimited ammo. For whatever reason, the teams do start to fill up, but whatever reason, they only fill up the enemy team. You'll see it ends up being kind of even right now, but for whatever reason, all of a sudden it turns it up and they get a full team of 6. We end up with the team of 4, and it just does not end up working the way that you would ideally want in a scenario like this. You see they're adding people to the lobby. But as far as this gun, the ranking goes, it really ranks highly in my opinion, and not top 3 by any means. I think this is the 4th rated SMG in the game. I would definitely put the PPSH, the MP40, and the Sten ahead of this gun, just because the overall versatility of those weapons. Not that other guns aren't better at close range or long range or whatever the case is. That's not the point I'm trying to make. It's just the overall versatility of the weapon, the ammo capacity, the damage output, the overall accuracy of the weapon. It actually puts this in the number 4 spot in my opinion. And it really is a buffed grease gun. And if you buff the grease gun, it's a powerful weapon. I mean, the ammo capacity gives you 37 bullets, and you definitely need those to get those feeds, especially at some of these longer ranges. I'm using that rapid fire because what I experienced is when I wasn't running the rapid fire, I was losing some of these close engagements where I was getting hit markers and they were getting hit markers at the same time. But once I put on the rapid fire, a lot of those close engagements were leaning more towards my side. If you are enjoying the video so far, do remember to hit that like button. I do have a goal of 300 likes, so if we get there as soon as possible, I'd be very appreciative of that. And obviously, if you are new to the channel and enjoying the content so far, make sure you hit that subscribe button with notifications on. I typically cover Call of Duty news, in-game updates, best class setups like you're seeing today, as well as subscriber breakdowns where I take subscriber gameplay and kind of give them tips and tricks along the way, as well as other tip and trick videos. So it's at this part of the video, I'll actually transition into the second half where I actually just break down my thought process as I'm playing the game. See, I kill the guy right here. I hit him with the suppressor. The guy on the inside has no clue I'm downstairs. Easy kill. I don't get a hit marker on either side. I place another S-mine, and I'm basically living in their spawn. It does kind of catch up to me just a little bit because after you kill them enough times, they will start headhunting for you. You get kind of a little bit upset. So once I feel like I've overstayed my welcome, I get out of there and I try and reposition myself. I do get a little bit lucky because at one point I do get shot in the back, but I'm able to get behind cover. That guy ends up getting hit. Since I have Expeditionary on, it marks him on the minimap. So I felt very confident challenging the guy knowing that he was basically one shot. So I positioned myself that way. What ends up happening in the first half of this map is since we're outnumbered 4-6, the enemy team starts scoring. Even though I'm this side of the map, my teammates aren't able to push forward enough. See right there, 4-6. And it's really not in a good position when you play these types of objective modes, like capture the flag, gridiron, even domination. When you get severely outnumbered, and I say severely, even if it's 5-6, it's still outnumbered. You almost have to make a judgment call of how you're going to play out the rest of that match. In my particular case, I decided to start playing my life. Because at the end of the day, what ends up happening is if I just run that ball, I'm going to just get killed repeatedly. There's not enough teammates to cover, and I can't actually cover any teammates because they're not even making it past halfway. It ends up being in a bad situation where I basically got to play my life, go for kills, see what kind of streak I can get, play as smart as possible, live in their spawn. If we get teammates eventually, hopefully at least I have a couple streaks to allow us to turn the tide. I did want to give you a heads up that for the remainder of the match, I do not die. I continue my streak, living in their spawn. Obviously, when I jumped out of the window, they were trying to nade me and flashbang me. They kind of had an idea where I was at. But what I focus a lot of time on is paying attention to that mini-map. And a lot of times, like I've talked about in prior videos, is when your triangle is wide open, like it is right now, it's not lit up. That means they don't know exactly where you are on the map. You're not popping up at all. So I'm living in their spawn without them even knowing I'm here. They could probably hear me if I kind of walk too fast or whatever the case is. But for the most part, you can see that I'm basically living in their spawn, and they have no clue I'm there. And I don't think any of them really running Expeditionary, and no one was running Espionage. So basically, anytime I was hit, I wasn't popping up on the minimap. I was basically invisible. They weren't calling in recons. I think a couple of them were running requisitions so they can get some of the bigger streaks. but obviously in a game mode like Gridiron, you don't get them too quick. Right here it ends up being kind of a fishy spot. I'm thinking, okay, you know what, I got to come back. My teammates are not even able to get out of spawn. Let me position. I get a couple shots on that guy, but I got to get out of there because there's a nade. So right now I'm just kind of thinking strategically, trying to keep my streak alive. I know I'm one off paratroopers, and a lot of times paratroopers are a huge deciding factor. Kind of paying attention to his teammate, what he's doing on the right side of me, trying to cover his back in case someone flanks around, and there's really not enough people to cover the objective. He ends up getting killed right there, so I end up pushing up, thinking I can actually get a little positioning here. And they don't even know I'm there. You can see the little triangle still open. I turn around, barely clip that guy, get my paratroopers, get behind the wall, and end up start shooting at this guy, and the halftime ends. And right here you can still see that we're outnumbered 4-6, so that leaves us very little leeway in what we can and can't do. Even if someone gets 0 kills, that's better than having no teammate at all, because at least if they're getting 0 kills, they're being a distraction, they're running with the ball, there's other things that teammates can contribute, even if they don't have amazing gun skill, positioning, map awareness, or anything that allows them to be successful in the game. So like I said, I've already committed to saving my life and playing my life, and I'm going to play for my streaks, and we're going to see how kind of far we can take this with the streaks and see if we can actually get that V2 rocket. I know I told you I don't die, but I didn't tell you how far it goes on the streak, but we'll just have to see kind of how it plays out. Right here, what I did is I put a bouncing Betty right there, S-mine, and now I know more than likely the guy's going to rush around the corner. So I'm being predictive right here, and that's a master prestiger. They're live, so they probably do YouTube or Twitch or something like that. But I end up repositioning. I only need a couple more kills. I already got my paratroopers in, and paratroopers will allow us to get that map control. I'm just kind of waiting for a teammate to push because I don't want to go to the other side and just die off my streak, especially as close as I am. Obviously, that's a camping and that's playing slow, but it's very risk-free. And that's a lot of times what I like to demonstrate in my gameplays, especially when I upload a best class setup, because I want to give you the best opportunity to succeed and not based off gun skill, because there's a lot of things gun skill where people just snap on and naturally have amazing aim and accuracy. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of people who don't, and I want to get you in the best position where you can get the maximum amount of kills without taking any damage. You can see I've only been shot in the back pretty much once. Every gunfight I've been involved in, I pretty much win because they get shot before they turn around. I'm pre-aiming, so even if they run around the corner, I get to kill them because the gun's time to kill is usually faster than the aim down sight sprint out speed. So a lot of times you just got to really play it smart. You can see at that range, that's probably the absolute furthest range you want to go with the gun. And then I decide to back up because I'm like, hey, you know what? I don't know how long my streak's going to last. Let me get this vicious medal. So I kind of push myself back into my spawn and pretty much decide to call in that ball turret gunner bombing run so that everything is set up to actually just annihilate the enemy team. They're on streaks. It's going to end. If we have teammates coming in, they'll at least have an opportunity to score. You'll kind of see how that plays out. I'm just kind of absolutely destroying them, going for that vicious medal. If you're enjoying the gameplay so far, if you like this style of commentary, obviously it's one style that pretty much works for a lot of players regardless of their skill level. You can play smart as long as you pay attention to the mini-map and those types of things. If you're enjoying the content, remember to hit the like button. If you're new to the channel and think this could be helpful for you, make sure you subscribe so you get all those future videos with notifications on. You can see right here I can just continue to demolish, and since I got that Blitzkrieg basic training, I'm able to get this more powerful version where it doesn't have recoil, and when I get that 15 kill streak instead of score streak, it's all focused on kills. I get that, and it even lasts 45 seconds instead of the normal 30 seconds. So it lasts longer, I get way more kills, and this allows me to continue that streak. Right now I only have 1 kill towards my recon plane, so I'm thinking, how do I want to position? I gotta make these sight lines as tight as possible. We did score at least once, so there's a plus there, considering we really were outmanned. The paratroopers did a lot of work. Ball turret bombing run did a lot of work. If we were a full 6-man, they probably would have scored maybe 2 or 3 times, even though we scored once there. So right now they don't know I'm in the minimap. I come in assuming that someone's right there. I just killed that guy, and I got another kill with an SMG suppressed because they don't know I'm there. You can see the triangle doesn't light up, but I know they're going to start headhunting for me. That guy got hit with the bouncing Betty S-mine, and I decided, you know what? I need to get out of there, reposition. The guy's coming around. They still don't know where I'm at, and this is probably the most like garbage situation I was in. This guy just could not land his shots. I ended up killing the guy. He was chasing me down. Luckily, I did get hit marked. You can see how red my screen is, but that was a super close death that could have happened. And right now I'm just kind of playing strategically. I already know the guy's coming in. Waiting. Boom. The reload was almost perfectly timed where it was almost too late. But at the end of the day, I was pre-fired and I ended up getting the kill. I did get a couple hit markers. I get out of that position, get a kill. And I already know I'm one off here. So I'm going to go around here. I see the teammates getting in engagements. I'm thinking I can get this amazing flank. He gets triple kill and somebody comes out of nowhere. So I end up taking that guy out. Easy V2 rocket. And the best part about it is that out of the 25 kills, really only 3 of them were seriously close. That one with the shotgun, that one guy I killed at range, and that was pretty much it. I mean, maybe there was one scenario in there, but that's only 3 engagements out of 25 with the Bouncing Betty S-Mine kills, as well as all the suppressor kills, getting easy kills, shooting people in the back, shooting with the flank, I didn't take any damage. But at the end of the day, that's the whole purpose of these types of videos, is how smart can you play, not how much gun skill you can have. Because there's plenty of you out there that have average, below average, or even above average gun skill. You could have done exactly what I did, because I didn't really get into these risky scenarios that you saw throughout. There was very handful, less than a handful, that were actually risky gunfights that I could have lost. So a quick reminder what the class setup is, as you can see on the screen right there, Expeditionary with Blitzkrieg. And then I'm running that new DLC SMG with a rapid fire, extended mags, and a suppressor. And then I have the double S-Mine, double flashbang, for obvious reasons that I've used in this actual clip. I'm going to go ahead and skip ahead to the experience and the medals in case you want to check that out. If you did enjoy the video anyway, remember to hit that like button. Like I said, I do have a goal of 300 likes, so if you could get me there, I'd be very appreciative of that. And if you are new to the channel, still watching, you should probably subscribe with those notifications on. I'll see you guys all in the next one. Thank you for watching. As always, have a great day.